17 reaction. Let's get into it. So the first game, Bills vs. Dolphins. So the Bills played Dolphins earlier this year and won by 3 points. Since Dolphins didn't have Fitzmagic this time around, I thought it would be an easy win versus the Bills, and it was, as the Bills won 56-26. The Dolphins have been better with Fitzpatrick this year, and if he did play, I think it would have been a close game. With this loss, the Dolphins won't make the playoffs. Next game, Colts vs. Jaguars. The Jaguars have only won one game this season at this point, so it doesn't really matter for them. Well, this season doesn't matter for them. While the Colts are fighting for a playoff spot, just that alone made me think that the Colts would win this game. Also, the Colts have an elite defense. The Colts ended up winning 28-14. No surprise here. Ravens vs. Bengals. Bengals season also doesn't matter at this point. They're tanking to get a good draft pick. Ravens fighting for a playoff spot, which they get after winning 38-3. Ravens absolutely dominated this game. Can't wait to see them in the playoffs versus the Titans. That'll definitely be a good game. Browns vs. Steelers. Going into this game, I thought the Browns would dominate this game with the Steelers not having Big Ben, but the Steelers kept it close, losing 22-24. These teams will play against each other again in the playoffs. Packers vs. Bears. Going into this game, the Bears were fighting to get into the playoffs, while the Packers were fighting for the first seed, which is even more valuable this year because that's the only seed that you get a bye. The Packers and Aaron Rodgers dominated this whole season, and I didn't think anything would change, and it didn't, as the Packers won 35-16. Saints vs. Panthers. I did hesitate at first after hearing the news that the Saints running backs weren't going to play, but as I thought about it more, they have a great defense, allowing 310.9 yards per game, which is the 4th best in the NFL, and definitely dominated on defense, winning 33-7. Giants vs. Cowboys. I know the Giants were only 5-10 going into this game, but looking back at their schedule, they beat the Seahawks and only lost to the Bucs by 2 points. This team around, I thought they would beat the Cowboys, and they did, winning 23-19 in a close one. Rams vs. Cardinals. Going into this game, I know I sound crazy having the Rams win with their backup quarterback. So here's a couple reasons how I predicted this upset. And if you want some tips on how to predict the game, let me know in the comments down below. Okay, so first thing, Rams are allowing 281.9 yards per game, which is the first best in the NFL. With this alone, that shows that the Rams have an elite defense. So with the Rams' great defense, if they can do what the 49ers did to the Cardinals, I think they have a great shot at winning. And they did win 18-7. So I know some people might say the Cardinals would have won with Kyler Murray being healthy the whole game, but Murray played half of the first quarter and the whole fourth quarter. Based on this, he played 37.5% of the game. And in that time, he had 0 points. Based on this, you can only assume that the Rams would have won either way. Seahawks versus the 49ers. I was surprised how close this game was. Thought the Seahawks were going to absolutely destroy the 49ers, but Seahawks did pull out with a W, and they would be the 3rd seed. Bucs vs. Falcons. Going into this game, the Bucs were the clear favorites and knew they would destroy the Falcons, and they did, winning 44-27. Brady threw for 399 yards and 4 touchdowns. No surprise, but a player that did surprise me was Antonio Brown, because he had 11 receptions for 138 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's starting to fit in well with the Bucs. Titans vs. Texans. Wow. This was a great game, high scoring and exciting as it's 38-35. Titans lead the Texans. Marched down the field, tied the game up with the field goal, so it's 38-38, 18 seconds left. Tannehill throws it deep to A.J. Brown for a 54-yard catch to get them in field goal range. In the last seconds, they attempt the first field goal. It first hits the crossbar, then bounces in. Titans winning it 41-38. This was an exciting game. If you want to see that field goal, just search up the highlights, and it's an exciting game to watch. Football team vs. Eagles. My last predictions was football team vs. Eagles, and they win it. Football team wins it. All my predictions were correct. you should watch my video where I predict all the games that mattered, which was 12 out of the 16 games, but I went 12-0 on my predictions. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I put in a lot of work for all my videos. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.